Welcome back everyone, I am the Depressed Eeyore, and this is Sengoku Gensokyo. Alright, I rendered the first video, it seemed like everything was alright. I turned up the game volume a little bit, and I think we're ready to go. So let's take a look at here. Let's go ahead and take a look at our generics. We didn't really take a good look at them. Let's see, we got Unkai Ko, or Ko, however you pronounce it. She's kind of average in defenses. Good speed. She's got very good res, and that's probably the only good thing she's got. Sasuke, level 5, average range, really good speed. That's about it. That's all he's got going for him. Fushin. Wow. You always get random generic humans, but these ones are not that good. This one though, Fushin. Doesn't even have a last name. So Fushin, decent average melee, above average range, good defenses, good speed, not good for anything else. Okay, so yeah, good for combat. And then Warubi Nagauchi. She actually has healing light, which is actually you can heal one ally. It's actually really useful. So yeah, average melee, good defense, above average defenses. Very, very slow, which is actually a good thing. The other thing is she's lower level, so she has less health, which means overall less power. So let's I'm gonna do some manual sorting. That's fine. Go there. Go there. Guess I'll stick with Suzuki. I don't really like him, but that should be fine. Okay, let's go ahead and... So Unkai is not going to be used for anything, because she's just not... She would just be there just to take hits. Okay, so right now we can't really do much besides we can talk to our army and try to make them happier, but I think instead we're going to go ahead and just develop. If you look at the RM, that's kind of the production level of the territory, so right now it's at 3. It requires 9 res to upgrade it, so that's what we're going to do. You can pick up to 5 characters at a time when doing an event, so we'll go ahead and take you, and you, and then confirm. It was increased to, now it's increased to 4, and we need 12 to upgrade to the next one, and we don't have enough for that. We have 11. That's kind of a downer. So we actually don't have very good production. That's okay, we'll pull through. So for our event, we're just going to go ahead and talk to Marissa. Marissa Kimasami had a fun conversation with you. There's still some reservation now. Alright, so our turn, we've done our 2 actions, that each took 1 action. Once we get a bigger, more territory, we'll eventually get 3 actions per turn. So for now, let's go ahead and end this. At the path between the human village and the shrine, many yokai appeared frequently, hoping to obstruct humans traveling the path. It wasn't a big deal to strong humans, but a life and death issue for the weak. This danger increased the amount of worshippers to the shrine, so the Hakurei shrine made an attempt to fight that by punishing any yokai she saw on the path. But yokai weren't renowned for learning from experience, and one of those yokai, Wriggle Nightbug, happened upon a scrap of paper along the path. Her eyes practically lit up upon reading it. This is the chance I've been waiting for, a golden opportunity. Now completely enthralled, she read each and every word carefully and excitedly. So much so that she didn't even notice a voice calling out to her. Hey, what's that you found? The time has finally come for all the oppressed bugs to stand up, regain their honor, and rise up the social ladder. You there? Right now, upon seeing an insect, humans have no other thought but to kill it. But even an insect will turn just like a worm. Hey, this is the chance for bugs to stand up and be counted. Hehehe. They'll see. They'll all see. Who? Ah! Wriggle jumped as someone suddenly shouted into her ear. She fell on her rump, then looked up at the perpetrator, and found this night sparrow yokai, Mistia Lurley. I don't even know how to pronounce that. Mistia Lurley, looking down at her. Jeez, you didn't have to get that frightened. That was scary in two different ways. What was the other way? I'm not tasty, don't eat me. What kind of yokai do you think I am? I've already eaten, so my stomach's full. Ah! Anyway, what were you getting all enthusiastic about? Huh? Well, here, read this. Wriggle stood up as she spoke and handed the piece of paper she was reading so seriously over to Mistia. Read it for me. You can't read? I can't read. Jeez. Gensokyo War Battles 1. Humans, yokais, fairies, and others are all welcome to participate. The winning group will have their wishes come true. What's that supposed to be? The paper was, of course, Yukare's advertisement to get people to join her game. Missy had no idea what its significance was, but Wriggle was heated up at the idea, balling up her hand into a fist. In other words, anyone can attack the humans without being blamed. It's a chance to show that meddling shrine maiden from the shrine a real lesson. And then we'll be the last group remaining. The oppressed bugs will rise in social status, and humans will once again know the power of bugs. Oh, I don't really know what's going on, but it all sounds really passionate. So, I don't really like to rely on you for anything, but I'll definitely be dead meat alone. Want to team up with me? If you give me lots of bugs to eat, then I'll think about it. Don't eat them! I'm kidding. Eel is tastier than bugs anyway. But still, Anyway, I'm not doing anything particular. And I've been punished by that shrine maiden before too, so I'll help you out. Really? Let's work well together then. Wriggle shook Mistia's hand and up and down with vigor. Her motivation was more than enough for the both of them. So, do you know any trees with lots of bugs? Tasty looking bugs, that is. Eek! Yokai army has been formed. Turn is ended. It's so hot. Rainbow was sweeping at the shrine as usual. She didn't actually have to clean up the leaves and dust, but habits can be a strange thing. Besides, she couldn't relax unless she had a broom in her hands. You sure work hard at that every day. I didn't do it yesterday and I got restless. Putting Yukari's thing aside, it just doesn't feel right not to do this every day. Rumia leaned onto the broom as she spoke, putting most of her weight onto it. The broom started to bend under the stress. Watch out, your broom's gonna break. I'll just borrow yours then. My broom is a special type, you know. I ain't gonna lend it to no one for sweeping. Mine, you think my broom isn't special either? It's a divine tool of the Hakurei shrine powered by miraculous virtues. As she said that, she waved her broom around as if it was a halberd. Perhaps being hit by it would have given the victim the grace of God, but given how painful it looked, Reza wasn't going to test it. Oh. What are you here for today? Another strategy meeting? Yeah, well, it ain't really something to hold a meeting for, but someone else's sides us has formed an army. Eh? Rumia replied in shock. It may have been a game that was supposed to involve all Gensokyo, but up till now, Reima's army had been the only team that was formed. There's a path that links here in the human village, right? Their stronghold is right there. You should be able to guess who it is by now. Actually, no. Right, fine. Anyway, it's a bunch of yokai. Seems like Wriggle and Mistia gathered them. That Yukari. When she said she'd get everyone involved, she really meant everyone. They kept shouting about getting revenge on the shrine maiden at the shrine. They're really bitter about something. Do you have any idea what it is? Not particularly. I just discipline them whenever I see them. That'll do it. What? It's pretty much their fault that I never get any worshippers coming here, so it's my right to punch them. Not like I care, but they're definitely all fired up about this. If you leave them alone, I'm sure they're going to declare war on us sooner or later. We can do that too, can't we? Yep, or so the rules say. Though we can't yet, apparently. I wonder why. Anyway, this seems like an excellent chance, so let's give them some thorough punishment when the time comes. I'm really glad I joined up with you. So right now, we actually can't declare war on them because they actually technically don't have territory yet. But we did get some Oki, and there was no healing that needed to be done. So, let's go ahead and do what we're going to be doing. It's not much to do. It's now at 4 instead of level 3. And we'll just... Now it's level 5, and now we need 15 to upgrade it. Something to note though, anything that's grayed out is characters that have already been used for something and they cannot be used for anything else. So if they've been used for attacking or upgrading or converting prisoners, they cannot be used for anything else. That includes defending. So be aware of that. Alright, let's go ahead and cancel that. We want to... No, we can't attack. So, event. See, we can't declare war yet. Alright, we'll talk to Marissa some more. Marissa Keener's army had blah blah blah. So, no change. Really, you generally get more relations with them if you fight with them in battle and stuff. This is just kind of something to pass turns with instead of just wasting actions. Rigo and Mistia had formed the Yokai army and accepted Yukari's invitation to the war game, but now that they had joined in the fray, they had no idea what they were supposed to do next. Anyway, I called all my friends and other Yokai and they're willing to help out. Yeah, that's nice. Rigo appeared to be thinking deeply. Mistia started to get angry over Rigo supposedly ignoring her. Hey, are you listening to me? Eh? Ah, sorry, I was thinking about something. About what? Well... Rigo turned to face Mistia with the most serious expression she had ever seen on her face. Just a glance at the seriousness of her attitude made Mistia unconsciously straighten her back. Hey. Is it really that important? Rigo silently nodded. Her stare continued to pierce Mistia like daggers, making her extremely nervous. Truthfully? Yeah? I don't think we can go any further unless we decide it now. Decide what? How could you forget something so important? I'm talking about who the leader will be. Let's decide it now. The grand sound of someone falling over could be heard for miles. What's wrong? You really don't make such a stupid thing sound so important. I was bracing myself for something really bad. Then you come up with that? What? It isn't stupid at all. It's extremely important. Mistia's face was bright red from her exasperation. Rigo began to talk passionately as she looked Mistia right in the eye. Each yokai might be a pitifully weak insect, but if they all work together, they become an invincible army. But they need someone to lead them. We can't win against the Shrine Maiden one-on-one, but with everyone's cooperation, and if we decide a leader, there won't be anyone who can match us. How will we decide who the leader is? There's no need for anything special for that. I'm the only one who could do it, after all. Rigo proudly pointed at herself, but Mistia wasn't convinced. After all that talk about how important a leader is, you're just selfishly trying to make yourself the leader? Selfish? I'm the one who she contacted. I'm the one who brought it up to you, so obviously I should be the leader. So what? I'm the one who got lots of people to join this army. You can't do anything by yourself. Oh no, you didn't. Yeah, I went there. Their foreheads clashed as they glared at each other. Both didn't care about a falling out this early in the army life. Both didn't care about it falling out this early in the army's life, and neither looked like yielding an inch. Until Rigo suddenly withdrew her head. Fine. If you're gonna be like this, then let's decide this with a fair and impartial round of rock, paper, scissors. Rock, paper, scissors? Fine, I accept. No arguments, whoever wins, right? Right. They both turned away, backs facing each other as they tried to predict what each other would do. Rock, paper, scissors allows one to attempt to predict the opponent's move by their character, but such things are never foolproof. She'll definitely use rock, so I'll use paper. No, she might use reverse psychology, so scissors. Wait, she might use reverse psychology, so such thoughts swirled in the head of the two competitors. Alright, I'm ready. Okay, let's do this. Rock, paper, scissors! How could I lose? This makes me the leader, no complaints, right? Fine, since you want to be it so much. Mistia clearly wasn't satisfied, but she had lost the battle, and her pride wouldn't let her grumble too much, so she accepted her defeat. Alright, let's work well together. Rigo extended her hand towards Mistia, who had her back turned to Rigo. She gave Rigo a sideways glance, and stuck out her tongue. Now she knows the power of bugs. Alright. Night-blind road and faintly dark path placed under control. So now you have these two territories. So, what's happening with them? She was referring to the yokai formed by Rigo and Mistia just the other day. Ah, they've set up their base at the forest road between here and the village. They're getting in my way again. The map revealed that Hakurei's shrine was connected to the Nightblade road that continued to the human village and the faintly dark path that went to the magic forest. These were the Yokai army's territories. So, in short, we have to take them out before we can go anywhere else. Yep. And they're itching for a fight against Yo as well. Marsa's words darkened Reime's mood considerably. Why were they so insistent on going for her? That was a question that she couldn't answer herself. You look like someone just raided the donation box. It's nothing. Let's just beat them up and move on to the next army. Do you think it'll be that easy? Seems they've got a bunch of yokai with them too. They're still yokai, I've punched before. No matter how many of them gather together, they're still no match for me. They'll be flattened. Well, with you around, we'll be okay, I suppose. Alright, then let's eat. You know, if you keep coming over for food so much, you should at least make something every now and then. The best food in the world is a bowl of miso soup made by someone else. Amy simply shrugged her shoulders at Marsa's nonchalance and went back inside the shrine. She still had to prepare her food, even if Marsa wasn't here, so the amount of work was more or less the same anyway. I'll go set the table. The miso soup ain't ready yet. I want mine light brown, please. Shut up. Yokai army is now available for war declaration. So yes, now we can declare war on them if we want to. It takes 5 negotiations to declare war on them. I don't care though, so I'm not going to worry about it. Instead, we're just going to develop. Because it's best to do as much of this as we can. Takes so much. And now we have no one. Technically, I could probably declare war. Actually, do I have enough to declare war? I do. I could declare war right now. But I think I'm gonna wait. So let's go ahead and just talk to Marsa some more. Hey Marsa. Still a little bit stiff. Okay. And turn. Now we get to see their turns as well. Once again, Wriggle and Mistia gather to discuss just how to take down that odious Hakurei shrine maiden. Hey, I just thought of something. Yeah? Maybe we should try to recruit a few more allies. Yeah? Are you saying the friends I called aren't good enough for you? That's not what I mean, it's just that, you know, having more allies is always a good thing, don't you think? That's kinda true. I don't have that many yokai I could call over. While battles would no doubt be easier with more yokai to participate, it would be unreasonable to assume that everyone would want to join. The yokai army had now reached a difficult point. We can't really plead those who aren't interested in joining, huh? Maybe there are some bored yokai who we could force to join in. We shouldn't use force. If they listen to my song, that's essentially the same. So mean. To be perfectly honest, neither of these two were truly smart enough to have a worthwhile discussion. In the end, they wasted time without deciding on anything until... Hey, what did you just do? I didn't do anything! Something was obstructing the sun's rays, casting a shadow on the ground nearby. It naturally moved slowly towards them, still surrounded by brightness. A look upwards revealed a similar disc-shaped shadow. That one of those unidentified flying object thingies? Mistia took the disguise and tried to get closer to the shadow. She looked at it from right beside it, realizing that it was a pretty sphere of black rather than a disc, but she couldn't see within it at all. Hey, be careful, getting too close might be dangerous. Yeah, I'll be careful. She timidly extended her hand and disappeared in the shadows. Her hand met no resistance as it went in, but she couldn't see it anymore. She pulled her hand back out and it looked the same as ever. Wow, this is really weird. Are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. See? Mystery pushed her hand in and out of the darkness several times, gradually going deeper and deeper until the point where her elbow was hidden. Then her fingers hit something. Gah! She hurriedly pulled her arm out. There was nothing at her fingertips, but the sensation of touching something remained. What's wrong? There's something inside. But nobody could see what it was from the outside. The black sphere then stopped its slow movement. Huh? Mistia was on her guard when she suddenly heard an inquiring voice. Who? That's it. You all have been so loud for a while now. What? It spoke. Who touched me just now? Who? I don't want to make it all bright, but... As she spoke, the sphere of darkness weakened slightly. eventually weaken enough to see inside, revealing the figure floating at the center of the sphere. Eh? Who are you? You're the one who interrupted me floating around, huh? It felt so good, too. You're a yokai? Yeah, my name's Rumia. So, what do you want? Rumia slowly floated downwards onto the ground. It was still a bit hard to see, though, through the darkness surrounding her, but not hard enough to be worth complaining about. Well, I'm Wriggle, and she's Mistia. We were just investigating why it turned dark all of a sudden, and why a giant cloud of darkness was flying around. Ah, is that so? Don't worry, I'll just make it dark so that the sun doesn't make me feel warm. I really don't feel like doing anything when it's hot. What were you doing inside the darkness then? I wasn't doing anything. I couldn't see anything since it was so dark, so I just floated around and around. Her reply seemed a little strange, but Wriggle's feelers were tinkling with excitement. Are you free? Well, I'm sort of busy with being free, kinda. Wriggle's eyes began to twinkle. Do you want to play with us then? Hey, wait! Play what? A war game. A war game? Against who? Mostly humans. Can I eat them? Probably not. Boo. Come on, you're not doing anything anyway, so help us out. We really need your power. Need? Rumia didn't understand why exactly her power was necessary, but she at least knew someone was requesting her help for something, which made her feel a little proud. I guess it's fine then. Alright, thanks. Let's work well together from now on. They exchanged handshakes, leaving Mistia sighing in their wake. Geez, you're leaving me out of the decisions again? Aw, come on. Anyway, Rumia, this is a bit quick, but let's see your power at work. This afternoon sun is really too strong. Okay! Wow, so dark. And so cooling. Most yokai prefer the night over broad daylight. This darkness Rumia generated made the area a resting place for these yokai. Thus, the three of them forgot their original objective and relaxed in the darkness. Rumia has joined. So now, it's Mistia, Wriggle, Rumia, and a bunch of yokai. Hey Marissa, something's bothering me. Ah. What's that? Rumia opened up the map for Marissa to see. I usually handle all my shopping at the village. Yeah, me too. Though the stuff they sell at the village can't really be used for my magic experiments. But there's a human village marked on this map, and the position is roughly the same as the actual village. Hey, you're right. Though there's no way the human village is as big as the map is suggesting. I'm not sure what's going on with it now, but if it's marked here, then it should be a territory that someone's controlling, right? I haven't heard anything about that. Well, knowing Hakurei, she probably went to the village too. Though I can't imagine that half-beast joining in. If we assume they're part of this whole game, then we probably can't go to the village anymore. It was indeed as she said, it wouldn't be possible to just show up at an enemy-controlled territory as if nothing's wrong. Normally, that is. Well, I've been going back to my house at the forest just fine, so I wouldn't worry too much. Just worry about it if someone actually makes a fuss. I suppose so. I'll be going to the village for a bit to do some shopping then. Take care of the shrine for me till I get back. Get some dark brown miso this time. It's because you eat too much that I have to go to the village so often, you know. Rumia left in a huff, disappearing as a twinkle in the sky. Marissa fell into deep thought as she watched her figure fade away. Who's controlling the forest of magic? It's probably her, huh? She'll probably get on my case for not joining her since I live there. Oh well, I'll handle it when the time comes. Hint, hint. Okay. Well, shall we develop more? I'm kind of using this opportunity to kind of... Well, there's a few things we can do too. It takes, how much does it cost to level up? I'm pretty sure I can't afford it. So as you can see here, there's a healing bar here, and then there's the experience bar here. Yeah, right now it's about 10 points each. So if I would spend 1,000 Oki, I can immediately level up a character from 0 to 100. Every 100 experience points is a level. As you get to certain tiers, like I think it's like either level 9 or 10, for example, you won't be allowed to use experience to level up. You have to do it through combat. Also, after every tier of those little checkpoints, the cost for leveling up increases. So instead of like 10 per point, it's like 15 per point, and so on. So it definitely gets very expensive. I mean, if I were to spend all my experience, all my money to level up right now, it would cost. I have enough Oki to do it only for 2 characters at the moment, which is actually kind of tempting. I wouldn't mind trying that. But first, let's go ahead and take care of our developing. We want you, and you. Should take care of that. Now it's at level 7. And at this point, I don't actually have enough to level it up anymore. So that works out just fantastic. So let's oh, you also can only level up people that are active. You can't level them up after the fact. So we'll have to do that afterwards. It's kind of tempting. Just, I mean, an extra level up means more health. That's really all it means, which means more overall power. Yay. Oh, you feel especially close today. It's all still a little bit stiff. Huh, so we're actually making progress with the conversation. Usually it doesn't progress that quickly. Alright, turn in. Confirm. So yeah, not very much is happening right now, but this is the intro, so it's just how it is. Alright, it's time. That heinous shrine maiden always attacks us just because we're yokai. It's time to show her how fearsome we are. Yeah! Okay! All the yokai became excited at the thought of getting over Reimu. Except for one yokai who no one ever knew what she was thinking. Whatever the case, morale was clearly at an all-time high. So how exactly does one declare war? You just send them a letter, I guess. Ah, yeah. There we go. Rumia, can you send it over to the Hakurei Shrine Maiden? Alright. We're gonna give her a good beating. The Hakurei Shrine. Reimu was taking a break from her daily cleaning while Marissa was flying in from the sky. In other words, it was a normal day at the Hakurei Shrine. Yeah, here I am. I'm not giving you any. Now it's me who's got stuff to give this time. Oh, oops, natural mistake. You're always here for tea anyway. What do you have then? Here, take a look. Marissa handed over something that looked like a letter. There was nothing written on the cover. Opening it revealed that it was a declaration of war from the Yokai army. You've been really cocky up till now, we know that well. But now we're going to pay you back big time, so prepare yourself. That darkness yokai was at the archway. What was her name? Rumia? Rumia was it? Anyway, I flew straight into her. Huh, she was there? I suppose that means that Rumia has joined them, and they've declared war on us too. Rumia crushed the piece of paper into a ball with her hand with a large smile on her face all the while. A careful look would reveal veins starting to show on her temples. I always thought I would punish those yokai every so often to make sure they don't get out of line, but it looks like something more drastic is necessary. I'll make their whole body regret that they ever tried to pick a fight with me. Ooh, what a scary shrine maiden. Rima's eyes were filled with rage. Even Marissa had never seen her this angry before. Yokai Army war has been declared. Since this is story mode, this is pretty linear as far as like how this is gonna go through, and pretty much everyone's gonna be against Reimu. Like they will never fight each other. In national mode though, it's pretty much a free for all. There, that's done with. After returning from the village, Reimu stored away all of the food and ingredients she bought with a little sigh. Normally she would stock up for the future, but the current season meant food spoiled quickly. It was at times like these that she wished for coolness of winter to come again. Of course, when it's winter, she then wished for the exact opposite. Well, all these will be used up quickly anyway. That's because you eat a lot. You should learn a bit from me. I would imagine it's more because I have to prepare helpings for 2 people every day. Geez, yeah, eat 2 helpings? A real glutton, aren't you? Reimu shot a death glare at Marissa, who had an innocent look on her face. Come on, look a little happier. I really value your magic after all. You should be happy you have an admirer. For someone who ups and comes here without permission to eat, you really... What do you mean by magic? Cooking is a type of magic, don't you think? Marissa's opinion left Reimu staring at her blankly. Even after taking some time to process it, it still wasn't comprehensible in the slightest. No one eats raw cabbage or radish out of the box, right? I better take that back. There might be some weirdos around here. Well, it is usually cooked first, yes. Magic is something that comes about when I transform an ordinary forest mushroom into some very real powerful sorcery. It's the same as cooking. A bunch of normal ingredients that, through the many skills we use, changes the taste and form drastically. And this end product brings happiness and good health to those who eat it. If it ain't magic, then what is? Aha. Sounded like something Marissa thought of on the spot, but she showed that she actually had basis behind her reasoning. And very well said at that. Even Rainbow felt enlightened at her explanation. That's a pretty interesting viewpoint. But since when does your magic make anyone happy? Don't hit it where it hurts you. Besides, magic can't ever be fully understood, and it's a long road that a human's lifespan won't last for. There are two types of magicians, those who are born magicians and humans who chose to become one. One who becomes a magician is no longer human, which is why Marissa couldn't be called a genuine magician yet. So, are you gonna stop being a human someday? Rumia's question seemed to be naturally based on the flow of the conversation, but Marissa's expression grew heavy for a split second after she heard it. Then right after, she was back to normal and continued speaking. I don't know. There's definitely a lot of interesting things I want to experience or know about in this world, and I can't do them all in the time that a human has. But still, I think accomplishing things as a human with limited time has more meaning to it. Since a human's life goes by just like a flash, and just like your Damaku. It's good for my Damaku to be flashy. I definitely ain't gonna stop being a human till I beat you. That's good. You'll be a human forever then. Them's fighting words, you know. Pureborn magicians, humans who become magicians, and magic eaters continue to remain human. There are many ways for those to live their lives, and the freedom of choice as to which one they find best. In Marissa's opinion, none of the choices were inherently good or bad, and that living on as a human was just fine for her. Not sure how accurate it is, but the implied notion in this telling of Gensokyo is magician is actually a race, so to speak. For example, Patchouli is a magician, and Patchouli was born a magician, so she's a magician, while Marissa was a human that learned magic, so she's a human. And supposedly, you can become a magician. You can turn yourself from a human to a magician by doing certain rituals, which inherently will make you immortal, or, you know, not die from age, at least. So at least that's the general gist I got from this game. Anyway, so we've been declared on, and we're already past the 30-minute mark, and it's probably about time for us to start killing people. So I think the first thing I'm going to do is probably the biggest mistake, so I'm going to go ahead and just give myself a level up. Is it not working? Oh, you have to click first. No, that doesn't work. Wait, do I click confirm? Ah, there you go. And what I can do is I can actually level up Rainbow and Marissa one time. That is an option we have. So I think I'll go ahead and do that. There you go. Give them a little bit extra health. And I could level her up one more time. And that sounds like a good idea. Though I'm not going to have very much money left over. So we'll try this idea. I've never done it before. Let's go ahead and save. Turn 5. Alright, we'll go ahead and call this a video. I'll make sure the volume's alright, and then we'll be right back into this. I am the Depressed Eeyore, and this was Sengoku Gensokyo. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. See you guys later.